Russian military offensive is looking like. Now, let's talk about the battle for Kiev. The Russians have about 15 battalion tactical groups northwest of the city that they are attempting to encircle Kiev from the west, and another about 14 battalion tactical groups coming out from the northeast from Chernihiv that are attempting to shut off the eastern approaches to the capital city. Fighting continues to rage in and around the approaches and suburbs of Kiev. So far, the Ukrainian military has been able to successfully defend the western approaches to the city. In the east, the Russians are attempting to regroup. We've been seeing a significant amount of images coming out of the battles there. There's total destruction of civilian areas in the towns close to Kiev. And in many areas, abandoned military equipment that the Ukrainians have been able to capture. Going down to the southern front here, Crimea has been annexed by the Russians since 2014. The Russians have been able to capture the city of Kherson, probably their largest town that they've captured to date, but they have not been able to gain population support. So as they move to the east, to Mariupol, the city now encircled with a pincer movement from the Russian-controlled area of Donetsk and from the offensive coming out of Crimea. So Mariupol, very grave situation. Hundreds of thousands of civilians could be stuck in that area. A very important port. The Russians attempting to control the entire coastline in the Sea of Azov, and at the same time going west towards Odessa so that they can attempt to control the Black Sea. So the Russians have been able to make some military advances on the southern front from the Russian-annexed Crimea, but in every instance where they've been capturing major towns and villages, we've been seeing increased reports and images of the local Ukrainian civilians rising up, opposing the Russian presence. So being able to capture these cities is one thing, being able to hold on to them is going to be a completely different matter. Let's go to Kharkiv, another major city where the Ukrainians are putting up a stiff defense. And because of that, we've been seeing significantly increased rates of bombardment by Russian rockets and self-propelled howitzers as the Russians attempt to encircle and capture that city so they can then link up down with the Russian offensive from Crimea and in Donetsk. So far, in the second week of the fighting, the Ukrainian defense sources tell us that they've been able to inflict a significant amount of casualties. Western intelligence sources say that the number of Russian soldiers killed and wounded is significantly higher than what the Russian claim is. Ukrainians continue to resist against the Russian onslaught.